Hello my good people, and how are you? Saseni watu wangu. Wow, it's yet another chance. Imagine how good God is. Imagine how faithful He is. We have come to the end of the longest month of the year, the month of January. It is njaa and worry, and our worries are gone now. As I sit here, it's your girl, Millie Kihiu. And I've come here again to tell you that despite that we have been through January, it is still beautiful. What is beautiful? Life is still beautiful. No matter what we have gone through the 1 month of the 2022, no matter what we have passed through, some of us I know have gone through fire and out, some of us have lost, some of us have been disappointed, some of us have gotten sick, some of us have gotten well. Anyway, life is still beautiful no matter what we go through. I want to welcome you again to yet another exciting video where we continue to give an emphasis on the beauty of life. Now, today I want to say that there's this verse that I read that really encouraged me. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11. It told me that God has made everything beautiful in its time. So no matter what you're going through, God has made it beautiful in its time. Some of these trials that we go through, they are there to sharpen us. They are there to brighten our thinking. They are there to stir up our way of seeing things, and they are there to make us move higher than the storms. You know, when the storms come, ask God to give you strength to fly higher than those storms. When pain comes, ask God to not to just remove the pain from you, but to help you overcome that pain and have a testimony to encourage someone in future. So today, I was thinking about what we should discuss and what we should talk about, and something came into my mind, and that was living beyond my past. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a past. And what can past be? A past can be yesterday. Inaweza kuwa ni just a few moments ago. It can be some years ago. It can be even a number of years ago or several years ago. That is our past. And you know, past comes with experiences. You know, when we were young, we have a past that we can say, my childhood is my past. My childhood is already in my past. So there were experiences that I had during my childhood. And some of these experiences, somehow there are people who are not able to go beyond them. They live within those experiences that they had in their childhood. They live within the experiences that they had during their youth age. You know, even during our young age, there are so many things that we experienced. Some of us, we learned how to smoke, we learned how to drink, we learned how to go out and kujispoil huko nje during our young age. And you know, some of us still, there are people who are not able to go beyond that past. Bado wamedwell tu hapo. They're just lingering around there. Wako tu hapo. And those things that they experienced during the childhood, during the youth age, they are still affecting them. Some of us, we have problems with the people that we encountered during our childhood, during our young age, during our schooling age, during our higher education learning, during our career choice time. You know, there are people that we tulikutana tu tuka interact with them, and some of us tumeshindwa kutoka that age to the present age that we are in. So living beyond our past, it is not always easy. Some of us, so many things that are affecting our lives today, that are even conflicting with the beauty of our lives, we are carrying them from our past. And some of these things, like zenye zina affect maisha yetu, we should think about them the earlier the better, because zinaweza kuja na zifike mahali maisha yetu ifike at a standstill kwa sababu tumeshindwa kumove beyond our past. Some of our past may have been very good. Yani kuna past zingine hautaki kuachilia. You're still clinging on them because they were so nice. Like I remember there are memories of things that we used to do tukiwa watoto. Like kuslide na beseni. You know, sijui kama nyinyi kwenu mlikuwa na hiyo experience. Unakalia kibeseni chenye kimepasuka, mnaweka kwa mlima, mnamwaga maji, then mnateleza, mnafika maka kule chini, and it was so nice. It was so enjoyable. In fact, mpaka sahi na I feel like I feel like I want to go back to that age. You know, I even want to see my children do it because it was just the best experience that I had. I can remember the Dufumpararo. Sijui kama kwenu kulikuwa na Dufumpararo. Dufumpararo is where you go to swim in dirty water. Maji tu imesimama, labda kumenyesha, maji ka flood. So you go there, you swim and swim and swim and swim. And you know what my dad used to do? Tukitoka Dufumpararo, alikuwa anakuja, anatuambia, I know you went to swim. Tunamwambia sisi hatujaenda, anatuambia keti chini hapa, weka miguu mbele. Then he would scratch ka line hapo kwa mguu, inatokea white. Unajua ulikuwa unajipaka mafuta na mafuta ishiki because umegwarwa na nyasi, maji umesuguliwa na manyasi kama una swim kwa maji. You know, those green reeds that we used to have in the village huko. So in those swampy areas, I can really remember so many experiences we had, so many memories that I have about saa zingine umeget stuck kwa mud, saa zingine umeenda umedrown, saa zingine your brother ama your sister amechukua nguo zako ameficha. You know, those were good experiences. Then in our young age, in the youthful age, I can remember the many times we visited some places. Like huko kwetu kuna place ilikuwa huko Subukia. Ilikuwa inaitwa Shrine. Shrine was a place where people would go hiking, and then ni place yenye imewekwa ya maombi. So kuna maji inatoka mahali fulani yenye is a mystery. So we would walk tukiwa sasa youth. I can remember one day tulienda na one of the big boys mwenye in quotes alikuwa my boyfriend, but I was young and I was very proud that I have a boyfriend in form 2. Oh my goodness, those are memories that I can remember. So I remember one day alikuja kwetu akatuita, and then we went to visit the shrine. Baba yangu kwani alijua? Wacha later tunarudi, kumbe tumeenda huko raha zikazidi, and then we were not able to come back on time. So I can remember venye tuliporudi babangu akozileza, ni saa ngapi sahi? Mnaingia mnatoka wapi? The whole of today sijawaona mahali. I was told by your mother that you left here very early in the morning. So you can imagine mamako kama anakushtaki zile report venye anazitoanga vizuri. The good times we had. Oh, hata sitaki kutaja zingine because zikitajwa sahi watu watasema like, I don't want any of my children to go through such. But they are good memories with us. They are good things that we enjoyed. And you know, some of us tumedwell tu kwa hizo vitu zenye tuli experience that time, zenye tuli go through that time. And you know, some of those things may not come anyway. They may not come back. They may not come back in our lives. We may not go back there anymore. And even if we would go back there, it is quite like, it is hard kujipata mko na the same company yenye mulikuwa nayo hiyo time, because wengine God forbid, wengine wamekufa, wengine wako hai, wengine waliolewa, wengine walienda ngambo, wengine wanahaso, wengine mulikosana, wengine so many things might have happened. So those memories, they can never be our present. They can never be in our present. They will always remain in our past. So going beyond our past is very, very important. Our past should not dictate how our present looks like. Then there are these nasty pasts ambazo most of us hatutaki kuzikumbuka. You remember that time when you were sent by your mother, ama that time when you went out with your boyfriend, ama that time when you went out with your siblings and just something bad happened on the way, just something bad came along and you're like, I don't want to remember that day. Ukikumbuka, you feel like goosebumps zimejaa kwa mwili mzima. Some of us are having nasty pasts. Wengine they were raped during their childhood. Wengine they were abused by family members. Wengine they were abused by their foster parents. Wengine they lost their parents during those young age in our past. Wengine we have had conflicts with our siblings, you know. In a way, that conflict inaleta a lot of rivalry such that that hiyo enmity imeshindikana kuisha, such that today you cannot see eye to eye with your siblings. You cannot see eye to eye with your parents. You cannot see eye to eye with your neighbor. Kwa sababu something nasty happened, or some rivalry came, or some conflict came, some, like, there were bad experiences. We need to go beyond that past, because that past might dictate the beauty of the life that you're living today. That beauty might be deterred by the past that you're experiencing. You have clung unto the past, yani umecling tu hapo, umelalia tu hapo, utaki kutoka hapo, utaki kutoka beyond those experiences that you had. It's the high time you reassess your life and see, is my past affecting my present anyway? Because you might find that some generations zinakuja, another generation inakuja, and you pass over those experiences of the past because you're still clinging on that past. Some of our family members, they cannot meet even for a cup of tea. Some of our family members, they cannot sit like, na unajua, you find that the grandfathers ndio walikuwa na grudges, but now the grandchildren wenye wamekuja, tumekuja tuka inherit that, yani, you know, inheriting everything. Una inherit possessions, una inherit urithi, una inherit shamba, na una inherit that enmity that was there. Like, unapata kwamba my neighbor's children and us hatuwezi relate, but sio sisi tulikuwa na shida, wazazi wetu ndio walikuwa na shida. Some of us, we are clinging on to marriages that broke. You know, you're feeling like one day utaamka and then you find that marriage back. You're feeling like that spouse who left you, unaweza amka siku moja upate amekupigia simu. Some of us are even waking up at the middle of the night, kama tumehalucinate and we are like, ni kama nimesikia simu, ni kama nimesikia fulani ameongea, ni kama nimesikia mtu ameitana, because you're still living in your past. If that past is toxic, please go beyond it. If that past was sweet, it can never come back. You need to enjoy now the beauty of life in the present life that you are living. You need to enjoy the beauty of life in the life that you have right now. Because so many of us, the past yenye mostly tunadwell on, it's for the adults. The adults who have gone beyond their childhood, they have gone beyond their youthage, and they have even gone beyond their school time. So now they are in the adulthood crisis. Adulthood crisis comes with a lot of things, a lot of changes, because we have choices that we need to make. We have relationships that we need to build, and so by so doing, you cannot do it when you are clinging onto your past. You are not able to build healthy relationships because there are some relationships that broke in the past. In your childhood, in your youthhood, in your school time, kuna relationships zingine uliingia and they became toxic. So you fear up to today that you might go back to the same, you might experience the same, but I want to assure you that if you want to enjoy the beauty of life as you live it today, live one day at a time. And living one day at a time is living beyond your past. Your past has nothing to do with the beauty of the present life that you're living. You can always experience the best. You can always experience a good life. You can enjoy a beautiful life, because remember, we have always said in this channel that life is still beautiful no matter what we are going through. Now, can I give you some hints of how you can overcome the past and live in the present? Let me give you some hints. Before I give you these hints, I want you to do me some favor. One, please subscribe to this channel. Akina wapea 2 times subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Ni hapo pameandikwa subscribe. Just subscribe hapo tu. Hapo si unaona hapo pameandikwa subscribe. Subscribe. I'm happy that we are all very good viewers, but sasa tuna view alafu atu subscribe. I want to be notifying you when I'm bringing in a new content. Umemaliza kusubscribe? Akisubscribe tu. Mbona unanichekesha badala ya kusubscribe? Akisubscribe. Aya, like. Msha subscribe. Like. Aya, the second thing. Do you have a friend? So we all have friends. As here we've built a number of friends. To make just a huge number of friends. Can you imagine if those friends of yours wange view what you're viewing today? Just, aya, share to only 2. Share to 2 peke yake. Just 2. And then uambie wa subscribe. Just 2 people. Umewambia? Yeah, guza hapo kwa share. Aya, send. Just choose 2 in your WhatsApp. Yeah, from your WhatsApp group friends. Sawa. Sasa tuko pamoja, tunaweza songa pamoja. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. By the way, God bless you. And you'll tell me you'll be blessed. God bless you. So, I had promised to give you some hints of how to go beyond or to live beyond our past. Our past is really hindering us from moving. Yani ni kama mtu amefungwa kamba, unabaki kila saa, unavutwa nyuma tu. Go beyond your past so that you can enjoy the beauty of your present. Now, even though I know that it is a struggle, I know it's a real struggle to move out of our past. But you can, number 1, just accept that whatever is happening, it's not a dream. Whatever I'm going through it. It is not a dream. Whatever happened, because now we are talking about going beyond our past. Whatever happened, ili happen. Kama ni like a boyfriend alikuacha na aka move on na akaenda. Accept that it is that. Kama ni mtu mwenye mulikuwa mnapendana sana na mulikosana, accept that mulikosana and you will get better friends. He or she was not meant to stay. Unajua kuna watu wanakuja kwa maisha yetu, but they are Judases. Sijui kama ume realize that, kama mimi, I've realized that sometimes when you want to go to the next level, kuna watu ambao wanakuzunguka tu, si eti wanakusaidia sana, si eti kuna kitu wanaongeza kwa maisha yako, si eti there is something big they are doing in your life, but wamekuja tu hapo kama block. Wameblock tu usiende to the next level. Wameblock tu usifurahie. Wameblock tu, they just want to keep stirring your mind. Umewahi ona mtu mwenye anaamka asubuhi hujamkosea? Jana mulikuwa tu vizuri sana. Mulikuwa tu sawa kabisa. Anaamka asubuhi, they can't even talk to you. Do you know those people have realized huyu nikimnyamazia huwa ana get some headache, ana get blood pressure, ana get like atanitafuta ndio at least nimwelezee ni nini amenifanyia. So they will always be creating some scenarios. They will always create drama. Yani anaamka asubuhi wamekosana na huko, wewe unakuwa sasa wewe ndiye on the receiving end. Can you walk out of such people? Na ninaomba Mungu sana, mimi kwangu, I am praying so hard that God helps me to walk out of those people, because they are the people who block your joy. They block the beauty of your life. Yani, unajua kuna mmoja alinistaa maisha yako. Yani alinistaa. One day alinistaa. Nilijaribu kuamka maka kwa kitanda siwezi amka. I'm like, huyu mtu nimemfanyia nini? I've really done so much for this person. Nimemsaidia like 100%. Huyu mtu nimekuwa na, yani nina stand na yeye kila mahali. And then in the morning anaamka, unamsalimia, ako zile za, unamwambia, "Hiya, good morning." Wewe umechangamka na meno yote umetoa nje. "Hey, good morning." Poa. Can you see such a person? Huyo mtu si ni mtu tu amekuja tu kukuspoilia siku yako. Ile joy ambayo ulikuwa nayo, ile furaha ulikuwa nayo, anakuja tu anaikatisha. Siku yako inaharibika hapo kwa hapo. And then they don't even stop there. Anaenda like, you know, there are things that you maybe this is a good friend mwenye mmekuwa mkifanya so many things together. So mahali ambapo unataka mfanye kitu anakuambia, "Nimedecide siendi." And you're like, what the hell is this? Huyu ni shetani ama ni Judas ama ni kafiri ama ni nini? Sijui the word to call them. I don't know the name that I should call them. Yani anakuspoilia kama sasa ni kitu mlikuwa mna participate pamoja, sio kitu imebackfire hivyo. So anataka maisha yake ikispoil na wewe yako ispoil pamoja. Those are people that you should walk out of them like immediately. Sahi tu unafaa watoke kabisa. Don't worry about what will happen later. Isikusumbue, let them go and do whatever they want to do. Hata unajua most of us, watu wengi huwa wanasema, "Oh, unajua tumeshare so many things with them. Unajua tumekuwa tukiongea mambo mingi. Sasa let them go and share them out there." Hata wale wenye walikuwa ma friends zako, they will, wale ambao ataenda kushare with them, they will see how foolish that person is. And in fact, she might not have any other relationships. Because watu watasema, "Why? Uliona venye alitoka fulani, alafu akakuja kutuambia vitu zote zenye wamekuwa wakifanya pamoja. Akakuja kutuambia vitu zote zenye wamekuwa wakiongea. We, mimi sitaki mambo yake." So many people will be running away from that person. Because there are people who are blocking your joy. They are blocking the beauty of your life. And that is why I always tell you that the beauty and the joy of your life should not be determined by anybody. Learn to walk out. It is hard, by the way. Mimi mwenye nasema hivyo ndio niko na kashida kabisa. Walking out is a problem for me. Na I don't know, like breaking relationship has always been a challenge for me. Because I hate so much to like break relationships. And you know, like me, niko very mean in sharing. I am very mean in sharing. So that nikishare kitu, I will know ikitoka. Nitajua iyo ni fulani ama fulani. In fact, if I have more than 3 people that I can share to, hata huyo watatu, I think si ule wa karibu sana. I have like just 2 wenye nikisikia hii inani pressure ama nikiona kitu yenye guy niliona kitu fulani, the person you can share with freely, I just got like 2. So that ikitoka nitajua kwamba fulani ndiye alitoa hiyo ama fulani ndiye ali-exaggerate hiyo. And then nime realize kwamba when you are busy, aunanga time ya kukua na time ya mushene, time ya ku talk about things that do not concern you, time ya kudig about people's lives. Like I was jana tu ndio nilikuwa naongea na one of my friends, nilikuwa namuuliza, "Guy, sometimes I look at people and I wonder, where do people get idle time ya kudiscuss about people, kudiscuss about people's businesses, going into people's lives? Like where do people get time?" And so she told me, you know, ukijiona uko busy, there are people who are not busy. And then akaniambia, "By the way, have you realized that nowadays mushene is somebody's business?" It is like hizo gossips na hizo kujua like fulani anafanya aje, fulani ako aje, even online, it has become a business. It is a business that it's a hustle for someone. So lazima atafute mushene ndio aweze ku earn a living. But then I've realized that I don't have time for nonsense. And that is what I want to ask you to be. Each time ya nonsense, can you engage it with something else? And that is where the second tip comes in. Upgrade yourself. Toka kwa level ile ya kawaida. Be an extraordinary person. Ukikuwa tu just an ordinary person, every Tom, Dick and Harry will pass by and tell you, you know, this is what is happening. But if you are an extraordinary person, nobody understands your moves. Nobody understands the way you're walking. Nobody understands your businesses. Nobody understands what you are doing. They will just be seeing you shining. And when you're shining, you have the joy of the Lord in your heart, because the joy of the Lord is your strength, will be your strength. And when you have the Lord's joy as your strength, let me tell you, you can sail any heights. You can go through every fire. Like you can go through every storm. Hey, am I preaching this time again? But then when it comes to things of God, I tell you, my friend, I cannot say it all. So upgrade yourself. Toka pale chini, enda mahali. Wacha wasemange uko na class. Jipatie class, my friend. If you don't give yourself class, nobody will ever come there to grade you. It is you to upgrade yourself, and you will enjoy the beauty of life. Then the other one is to make yourself happy, and you surround yourself with people of positive and good vibes, and you will love it all the time. Identify when toxic things are coming in your life. Identify when you are in a toxic relationship. Identify when toxic people are drawing near. You know, they will always come closer to you. And when you upgrade yourself, they will still follow you up there. But then learn to identify them. Learn to identify the toxic people. Learn to identify any toxic thing that is coming your way. I think I've talked sense today. Hata kama sijisikizangi, ya leo nimejisikiza. I think I've talked sense. And if we live beyond our past, we shall be happier and healthier people. Until next time, it's your girl Millie saying life is still beautiful no matter what we go through. Please subscribe. Sitasahau. Subscribe. We are on the journey to 500 subscribers. So you just bring them on. Bring them on because you're the people. You're my people. I love you. I value you. I cherish you. And I'm always praying for you. And until next time, it's bye-bye.